Greetings everyone and welcome back to more Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I would warn you to be careful in Niflheim. It is a land of great magic and unusual creatures.
Well, we're going to advance into Niflheim. We're going to do the final battle in Asgard. What kind of creatures are in Niflheim?
It is populated mostly by frost giants, but you might also meet up with Vola.
Who's that?
She is a prophetess who is quite adept at predicting the future.
What's so special about Niflheim?
Apparently, it is a land of great magic, most notably Raven Spire. The towering peak is a focal point of Asgardian powers.
Would this area be of use to Dr. Doom?
It could be. Rumor has it a sorcerer of his powers could perform some incredible magic there. It was my pleasure.
Alright, Fury.
It's good to see you.
Is Asgard safe now?
Thanks to your having freed the gods, the situation is slowly coming under control.
Did opening the Bifrost Bridge help?
Most definitely. There were quite a few gods who had been on Earth that were able to return through Bifrost and help in the battle to retake Asgard.
Could Dr. Doom be after Odin?
Only a madman would attempt something like that. Odin's the single most powerful god in Asgard.
But why else would the Masters of Evil be here?
While I appreciate your guessing at Doom's motives, I have top men looking into that right now. All this idle speculation is gaining us nothing. It was no problem.
Fury's getting a little testy.
Yes? How might I help you?
Okay, we've already done that. So Hawkeye's back in the party. We're going to use him because Hawkeye's friggin' sick.
Greetings, and welcome back. How may I be of assistance?
Okay, we already talked about that.
What's new, Deadpool?
The voices in my head have suddenly grown quiet. That's a good thing, right?
Is there anything special about Niflheim?
Raven Spire is located there, and that's supposed to possess some very strange mystical powers. It's also rumored to be the place where Odin hid the Destroyer armor.
What is the Destroyer armor?
It's an enchanted armor created by Odin that's supposed to activate at Ragnarok. The truly unique thing about this is, you don't wear it. You project your consciousness into it.
How does that work?
When a person comes in contact with the Destroyer, his mind leaves his body and enters the armor. The person's body then becomes motionless.
Can the Destroyer be defeated?
No one's even damaged it, and a lot of very powerful people have tried.
So how can it be beaten?
Usually the wearer's body has to be found, or somehow the person has to be tricked into leaving the armor. Hey, anytime.
Right. Okay, let's go up here and talk to Sif and all them.
Greetings, human. I would ask that you travel to Niflheim to see how Odin fares. We have not heard from him in quite some time.
Could he be in danger?
Odin in danger? Very doubtful. But he could require assistance.
What is Odin doing in Niflheim?
He has gone there to quell an army of frost giants who seek to take full control of that land.
Does Odin have any special weapons to help him?
Yes, he has taken Gungnir, the Spear of Heaven. It is golden, has 3 prongs, and is made of Uru, the metal Thor's hammer is made of.
Who are the frost giants?
They are huge creatures native to the frozen land of Niflheim. For eons, they have been the enemy of the Asgardian gods.
What are they like?
Though simple-minded, frost giants are cunning and violent. They are also extrememely strong, and are a match for almost any god. The strongest of them is their leader, Ymir.
Who is Ymir?
He is one of the oldest creatures in all of Asgard, and the very first frost giant. Being the first, he differs from his followers.
In what way?
He is covered in frost, and is able to generate intense cold. Ymir is also incredibly strong. It was my pleasure.
Alright.
Well done.
Okay, he's just saying, hey, you can go in the hall. Again.
Wow, talk about a mind blower. How could Nick have kept that information from us? How could he not tell us he suspected what Doom's plans were all along?
What's with you and the Human Torch?
We may take shots at each other, but it's all in fun. Johnny's a good kid, even if he is like a little yipping poodle most of the time.
But there are times when it seems you two hate each other.
Nah, you got it all wrong. I love you, little darling. I only get the urge to clobber him once in a while. No problem.
The Thing's... I don't like the Thing that much. I don't care for him, but he's got a good personality about him. That's probably the best thing about him.
Hey, could you, go talk to Valkyrie and, you know, see if she's interested in getting to know me a little better?
You think she's interested in you?
Oh, please. If there's one thing I know, it's women. I've got, like, a sixth sense, and I'm thinking Valkyrie's got her eye on me. Don't I know it?
I don't know about you, but I'm plenty steamed at Fury. Why'd he leave us in the dark about this whole Imperium thing?
Have you always been an X-Man?
Me? I've been a part of just about anything you could name. The Avengers, Alpha Flight. Heck, I've even been a Horseman of Apocalypse.
You were a villain?
Oh yeah. The bad guys have managed to get their hooks into me a couple of times. The Hand's been the most recent.
What did the Hand do with you?
They brainwashed me and turned me into an enemy of the state. I was running around attacking everyone I used to work with. Thanks to Fury, I got back to myself. Then Elektra and I went and paid the Hand a little visit, just to set things straight. No problem.
Hi.
Don't you have a son named Franklin?
Yes. When I was pregnant with him, I stepped down from active duty, and Crystal took my place in the Fantastic Four.
Who was Crystal?
She's one of the Inhumans. While Crystal was a member of the team, she was Johnny's girlfriend. But as things tend to go with my brother, it wasn't a long-lasting relationship.
Who are the Inhumans?
They were the results of the Kree having experimented on humans during our Stone Age. Their goal was to build an army of super soldiers to aid in the war against the Skrull. The Kree did succeed in creating humans with supernatural abilities, but they abandoned the experiment. And the Inhumans are the result. It was my pleasure.
Your friend Weasel continues to stare at me.
Now, I think we did this. Let's go through it.
Interested. Romantically? Please. I just ate.
He has a crush on you.
This is absurd. How could a toad like that even think he is worthy of the affections of the great Valkyrie?
Do you only gather fallen warriors from Asgard?
In years gone by,
Okay.
it was a bit.
News of my father is most disturbing. We should leave for Niflheim immediately.
Do you think your father might be in trouble?
Many would trust in his strength and say Odin cannot be defeated.
But you doubt that.
Yes. With Loki involved, my father could be in great danger. There is no telling what the god of evil has planned.
Have you heard of the destroyer armor?
I have battled it several times, and it truly is invincible. The metal it is constructed of is harder than Uru,
What's Uru?
a mystical metal known only to Asgard. It is even harder than adamantium. My hammer, the Mjolnir, is constructed of it, as are several other enchanted weapons of my people.
How did you get your hammer?
It was given to me by my father, Odin. It is enchanted so that only those it deems noble enough can lift it. My father had me endure many trials so that I would become worthy of Mjolnir. There were many times I would measure my success by seeing how far I could lift it from the ground.
Has anyone else lifted the hammer?
Yes, my father, the X-Man named Storm, Captain America, and Beta Ray Bill.
Who's Beta Ray Bill?
An alien who, after a great many trials, became the protector of his people. He picked up my hammer not knowing its true power, and Mjolnir deemed him worthy to lift it. You are welcome, my...
Spoilers for Marvel Infinity War. Cap's gonna pick up Thor's hammer and go to town on Thanos' head with it. I'm calling it right now, people. He's gonna have his shield. He's gonna get Thor's hammer. He's gonna raise that sucker up. Lightning's gonna come off of it, and he's gonna say, "Avengers assemble!" And he's gonna go frickin' to town on frickin' Thanos. I'm calling it.
So, are you ready for Niflheim? From what I've heard, it's quite an amazing place.
Because if you notice, they haven't said Avengers assemble yet in the movies. What have you heard about Niflheim?
There's a mountain there known as Raven's Spire. It's supposed to be some sort of special zone where very powerful magic can be performed.
Why is it so special?
It's a focal point of Asgardian magic. An average sorcerer could become very, very powerful while at the top of the mountain. Come back.
I don't even know how things are going with the X-Mansion. No one cares. Alright, we gotta get to Niflheim.
That password you gave me into Black Widow's account was perfect. I got all the info I need to prove she's a traitor.
What did you find out?
Well, sweet little Black Widow has traveled to Latveria several times in the last few weeks. And get this, a large amount of cash was recently wired to her account. Now Fury's gotta believe she's working for Dr. Doom.
You're right. We're gonna go talk to Fury right now.
Alright, I'm here. What was so important that we couldn't discuss it outside?
Colonel Fury, we think Black Widow might be a spy for Dr. Doom.
We found a laptop that belonged to Black Widow back on the helicarrier. It held detailed security information on a SHIELD think tank known as the Imperium.
We also discovered that large amounts of money have been transferred to her bank account, and she has recently made trips to Latveria.
Why are you spying on my personnel when you should be focusing on the Masters of Evil?
What's wrong with you, Fury? Didn't you hear a word they said? The Black Widow's selling the Imperium to Doom.
You've got it all wrong. Doom broke into the Imperium a month ago and stole some very top-secret plans. Black Widow had that laptop because she'd been given the job of upgrading the security there.
But what about the money and the trips to Latveria?
I had sent her to Latveria in hopes of bribing one of Doom's people to get back a particular plan he stole.
What is so important about this particular plan, Colonel?
It's called Operation All-Father. It was developed in case the Asgardians ever became a threat to us. It dealt with stealing Odin's power by using the Twilight Sword.
So that's what Doom's been up to. He's out to become the most powerful god in Asgard. And you knew all along.
I was never completely sure.
Well, I think you can be now. I only hope we didn't find out too late.
Agreed. We had best get to Niflheim quickly and save Odin before Doom is able to complete his scheme.
Okay then, so we now know what's going on with the plot. Doom's got the Twilight Sword, which is actually
one I have long looked forward to.
About. Anyways, but yeah, the Twilight Sword is friggin' ridiculously powerful. It is the primary weapon of Surta, the demon spawn king, I guess. And Surta is friggin' scary. So here we go. To Niflheim. Whee!
The final phase of our plan is about to commence. The attack on the Omega base, the kidnapping of the X-Man, and our dealings with Mephisto have all led up to this moment. I would remind you that failure is not an option.
You worry too much, my good doctor. We are more than prepared to achieve our ultimate goal.
And you worry too little. How often have we all had victory firmly in our grasp, only to have it snatched away by the heroes?
You do realize, Baron Mordo, that the price of failure will be the wrath of Odin. Are you prepared for that?
No. No, I don't suppose I am.
None of us are. It would be a fate worse than death.
And that is why we must be absolutely certain we are willing to do what must be done for success.
Fear not, Dr. Doom. I am prepared for whatever challenges we meet.
As am I. Just knowing the rewards that await makes it all worthwhile.
Of that, you have no fear, Ultron. Everyone will get what's coming to them.
Ah, the cool picture of Storm again. How does she get 2 photos and everybody else gets like 1? It's hard to do many of her cap, but whatever.
So you've returned, eh? Well, I've nothing left to steal. So leave me in peace.
We're not thieves, if that's what you're implying. We're here to find Odin. Have you seen him?
He did pass through here on his way to battle. I don't know who he fought, but the very ground shook from the force of the blows. It has recently grown silent, and I fear all is not well for Odin.
Who are you?
I am Vola, prophetess of Asgard. I believe you when you say you do not have my ring. But should you find it, I would gladly tell your fortune.
Okay. If we come across your ring, we'll return it to you. She's a weird old bird. Alright, so next time when we come back, we're going to run through this area really quick. Later, guys.